Hey, if you're looking to acquire a business or maybe sell your business and you have an EIDL loan from the SBA and you're wondering whether that idle loan can be assumed in an acquisition, I'm going to answer that question as best I can here for you in this video. There's a little bit of nuance to this answer. It's not a strict yes or no, and so I need to provide a little bit of background and nuance here. So I guess just a bit of background is the SBA during the pandemic made many millions, I think, of EIDL loan, emergency loans, directly from the SBA. This was kind of in addition to the PPP loans that they offered as well. But these EIDL loans are fixed interest rate, and long-term, like 30-year term loans. And so many small businesses took these loans out, and they were favorable terms, and they helped kind of get you through to the other side of the pandemic. And so many businesses still have these loans, and they haven't paid them off. Even if they could pay them off, they might not want to because the terms are so strong. The interest rate and the 30-year term is really nice from a cash flow perspective. And so we have a lot of businesses that are maybe looking to sell now, or a business that you're looking to acquire, and it has this SBA EIDL loan. And the question is, does that EIDL loan need to be paid off in the acquisition, or can the loan be assumed by the new buyer? And so the answer is that it depends. So basically the way this works is the new buyer is going to need to be approved basically for that EIDL loan. So the SBA is going to do a credit check. They're going to look at documentation. So the buyer is going to have to provide detailed documentation, maybe a business plan, financial projections, perhaps of what their plan is after the acquisition. They're going to have to submit an application really to assume the loan. So it's really a process of like applying for the loan. The seller is going to need to notify the SBA about the plan to sell the business as soon as they can, so that the SBA has time to work on this. And the SBA is going to go through their process and review the original loan term and do due diligence on the new buyer and underwrite the new buyer, and then determine whether they can approve the assumption of the loan for the new buyer. And it's possible that they would not. And so if that's the case, then if you still want to go through with the acquisition, that SBA EIDL loan needs to be paid off at the time of the acquisition. So the SBA is going to make a underwriting determination of whether the new buyer has the experience and the financial wherewithal to be able to assume that loan, and whether the business seems like it's going to be able to continue to repay the loan as well under the new ownership. So that is kind of the process. It's not a clear yes or no. Can it be assumed? It depends. The new buyer is going to have to go through a process with SBA and work to make that assumption happen. So I hope that's been helpful to you. If you need help building out a business plan or projections for an acquisition, that's what we do a lot of here at ProjectionHub. We focus on financial projections. We do a lot of work with acquisition. So I'm going to put a link in the description of the video below to our acquisition financial projection template. That may be helpful for you, especially if you're trying to buy the business and convince the SBA to let you assume this EIDL loan, providing them with a good set of projections to demonstrate, we can afford to pay this, and we have the plenty of debt service coverage ratio, room here to be able to afford to cash flow and pay this loan in an ongoing way after the acquisition. So we can help with that process. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us at support@projectionhub.com. We'd love to help. Thanks.